Hey, and welcome to Act Up. My name is Mark Vasconcelos. I'm an actor, I'm a filmmaker, I'm an instructor. I've been teaching acting for the camera and the biz for about 5 years now, and it's been extremely successful. Hundreds and hundreds of students. I love it. We have a lot of fun doing it. It's very challenging, it's deep, and it gets to the bottom of acting on camera, which is different from acting on stage. We all know that. Okay? Before you take any acting classes, please, please, please do your research. Know who you're going to be studying with. Look at their resume. Look at the IMDb page and look what they've been doing, because there's a lot of people out there that just want to take your money. Okay? So check all the sources, check all the background, Google them, imdb.com, Facebook, YouTube. They should have all of that going on for them. See how long they've been doing it. See exactly what they teach. Look for reviews. Anything you can. Always do research before you spend your hard-earned cash. Like I said, my classes are challenging. I teach acting for the camera. And I teach all about the business, how to get started in it, which is important because there's a lot of shady characters out there and I've seen it all, okay? And I hate people who take advantage of people who have hopes and dreams. And believe me, there's a lot of people out there ready to take your money, talk a lot, and not give you anything in return. My actors work. We study hard, we work hard. I give them a good foundation to go on, and they go from there, but I am always here for them. Always. They can ask me questions anytime. I can help them with their auditions. So it's not just teach you some things and then dump and run. I'm here for life because I believe in actors. I believe in storytelling. I believe in honesty and integrity and being a professional. That is a huge one for me, being a professional. So basically, what is acting? Huh? It's everything. It's listening. It's responding. It's a process. It's a technique. It's teamwork. It's passion. It's lots and lots and lots of homework. It's letting go after you've done that homework. Trusting yourself. Trusting your choices. It's having fun. It's love. It's hate. It's exposing your inner self. It's being raw. It's not being scared to walk to the edge and jump off. You got to have that willingness to just go there. It's life itself because we're playing people other than ourselves. Very rarely do I get hired to play Mark, okay? Could be an interesting character, but not really. Pretty milquetoast. But I've studied hard. I've done lots of acting. I've done lots of indie films, done some television shows, and I enjoy teaching what I teach. So acting is just a lot of different things. There is no one definitive answer, okay? Acting is choices. Acting on camera is a state of being instead of acting, because the camera sees everything. And don't forget that. The camera sees everything. And once you lie or you act on camera, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. So it's really a state of being. And what I teach my students what to focus on so they can achieve that state of being on camera. Okay? And it's a process. It's not just walking up to a mark and memorizing your lines and regurgitating. There's a lot more to it. Every actor has to have a process. Every actor has to have a technique. Every actor has to have discipline. Discipline. Because I tell you one thing, the actors that don't do their homework are pretty boring. Okay? And I tell my students, I do not want to be boring on camera. I want to create characters that are rich, deep, willing to go there, willing to tell the story. Because basically, bottom line, all we are doing as actors is helping a writer and a director tell their story. That's it. That's the main thing, storytelling. An actor must be prepared. I don't care who you are. The great ones are prepared. They make it look effortless, but believe me, they've done a ton of homework, a ton of research, a ton of character building, a ton of memorization and retention for their lines. It just doesn't come that easy, okay? And besides, we want to be compelling when we tell our stories and tell other people's stories. Why? Because I want to be hired back. I want to work as an actor. I want to have directors say, you know what? God, I loved having Mark on set. He was great. He knew all his lines. We just shot him and he did it, and it was an awesome performance. That's what I want. So an actor has to prepare, has to train, has to study, has to invest in themselves. Because bottom line, this is a business too. I want to be successful at what I do. I have a house, I have a family, I have bills just like every other human being in this world, but I want to help people tell stories. So I better be damn good when I'm on set, and I better know what I'm doing. Because it's not just acting. When you're on camera, there's technical aspects, tons of technical aspects, okay? And you've got 40, 50 people standing around you watching you. So you have to learn how to focus and what to focus on, and that is exactly what I teach. And it runs the whole gamut of acting, acting on camera, being on set, and how to get an agent and how to get going in the business as a professional. That's what I love doing. And it's great seeing my actors do the same too. Now, I would definitely love to teach you all in person, but I've got friends and people in places far, far across the world, and they're always asking me for advice on how to get started with acting on camera. So when you take my classes, I give you a ton of info. I teach you a complete preparation technique. I teach you all you need to know to get started in the business properly and professionally, okay? When I teach my classes in person, 2 nights a week for 6 weeks, 2 hours each. So it's a lot of stuff, and I work them, and we have lots of exercises. Okay, you won't get all the exercises on the app, but you'll get the information and the foundation and how to start and get going, okay? Plus, if you get through all my classes, I will send you an ebook that has everything in it and that also has a lot of the exercises in it. And we cover everything. I cover script breakdown, line retention and memorization, which a lot of people come at me and ask, how do I memorize my lines? I'm freaking out. I can't memorize my lines. Yes, you can. I will teach you how. I will teach you what to focus on. I teach you audition techniques, character building, which is a huge one because we're rarely hired to play ourselves. I don't want to be Mark in someone's story. I want to be a character, and I want to build it, and I want to load it up, and I want to be awesome on camera. I want to be memorable. I can make you memorable on camera. We go over imagination and visualization techniques, actor responsibility when they are on camera, on-set protocols and process. We also go over how scenes are shot. So you learn step by step by step how scenes should be shot. Because I guarantee if you're working in the indie world and you're working with some novice directors or filmmakers, lots of times they don't know the basics of shooting. So you're flip-flopping all over the place, and there has to be an efficiency when shooting. What else do we go over? The business of acting, of course. Okay? Headshots, resumes, good headshots, good resumes, building demo reels, submitting to agents, not getting scammed. There are a lot of scams out there, okay? And I teach you all that, give you all the proper tools to get started. Publicity, promotion, all that stuff. That's your responsibility too. But ultimately, we want to get an agent, maybe even a business manager, okay? I will teach you all that, how to get ready, how to prepare, how to focus, and just how to have fun and tell a great story through an impelling and compelling character. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy teaching others about what I do. And when I see them get it, and they get it, and it just works, that is huge, huge and powerful when it comes to storytelling. So check out my classes. Jump in. The cost is not expensive. It is worth the investment, okay? Usually when you work with me in person, you're going to be paying more than these classes, okay? So now's the time to do it, especially since all this COVID crap is going on. Everybody's in isolation. Film and television will come back slowly, but it will come back. So now is a good time to learn, study, practice your auditions, practice scenes with people on the computer. There's a billion different ways you can improve. Practice scenes with your family. Why not? It's fun, okay? Or people you're living with, all right? But now is the time to prepare. And each actor must be prepared for when that moment comes. And I guarantee you, you'll have hundreds and hundreds of auditions where you will not book it, okay? But that's okay. It's part of the learning process. It's part of being professional. I think a buddy of mine, Mark Ruffalo, once said he had 600 auditions before he booked anything that was worthy. And it happens. But you got to remember, it's a business. And these people cannot waste time. Why? Because time is money. We all know that. And some of these productions are multi-million-dollar productions. So they want to make sure the people that they're hiring can do the job. And that's what I teach my students how to do, okay? Theater acting, different story, okay? And I get actors who are novice actors who have been on camera before. I get a lot of theater actors, which I kind of have to bring down to reality sometimes, because we all know that in theater, you got to reach the back of the room, 200 people or more, and you got to nail it, 90 minutes straight, okay? That's hard in itself. But you got a lot of things going for you when you're shooting on a set and shooting on film or video. You've got a lot of pluses, and I teach you those pluses. And there's a lot of people there to help you succeed. But you darn well better know your craft, and you better be professional, because that's what they want. They don't want to waste their time on people that are going to show up late. They don't want to waste their time and money on people who don't know their lines. They got to move. They got to shoot. They got to produce, especially in television. Television, killer pace. You're shooting 5 or 6 days a week. You have a day off and you start all over again. And you better own it and you better have it, okay? Because they move so quick. Film, little different story. I prefer film, really. You can really get deep, and you can spend time rehearsing. Not so much in television. Film, you can really get into some great character building. Not saying that there isn't great character building in television, but you got to be ready for it. So now is a great time to act up. Now is a great time to jump in, invest in yourself, take my acting for the camera and the biz classes, and I guarantee you will learn something. It's different, but I teach basically a method, okay, and a proper preparation technique that allows the actor to focus on what they need to focus on. And it's powerful. Jump into the app, sign up, get going. I guarantee you'll learn some great stuff and you'll be ready to go.